One of the concerns that we've had for a while that was raised when another topic came up, which is really not relevant to adult entertainment, is, because I need to make this clear up front for the sake of the public that's here in the press. The city of Fairhope today does not have an ordinance that regulates adult entertainment. So what that means is if somebody walked in today to the revenue department or in the planning and zoning and said, I want to open up, pick one of them, strip club, it's not specifically addressed, it probably would get referred to the Board of Adjustment. They would have to rule that it could go somewhere, because it's one of those issues. There have been many lawsuits across the country about adult entertainment. So we need to get something on the books that regulate how we treat adult entertainment. So I want to make it, I'll say that one more time, make it clear the city is not asking the council to consider adopt an ordinance to allow sexual type businesses. It's just that we don't have an ordinance that lays out what the requirements are. Limitations, particularly. The draft that you see before you, probably 80% of it is verbatim of an ordinance that Foley adopted. Let's remember how long ago that was, a couple of years ago, maybe. I think a couple of years ago. I've helped draft ordinances in this nature in other places, but what this ordinance does, it is a permitting process where if you want to open up an adult entertainment business, you have to come in and fill out an application. There's an application fee. It's pretty high. It's $3,000. Fill out an application fee. There's a long laundry list of things that you have to provide. There's also provisions in this draft that you have to be certain distances away from churches, schools, playgrounds, homes, even homes that are not in the city, because if you remember our city limits map that we work under, you got this piece in, this piece out, and this ordinance also puts provisions about how far they have to be from there. And I'll just tell you, without going into a lot of detail about it, if you apply to all the spacing standards for this draft, it's tough to find a spot, but we would have an ordinance on the books that would technically allow it if you can meet our requirements. One of the things that I realized today when I was going back to the ordinance today is and this is one change I'll have to make to the draft, is one thing was left off when we were merging ordinances and things. You have to designate where these technically can go if you meet all the requirements. And one of the changes you'll see in the draft, it would be 2 districts. It would be M1, which is light industrial, and B2, which is our general business district. So technically / legally, if you met all the requirements, you could, and then pass the application process, you'd be allowed to go in those 2 districts, and that's one thing I've got to add back in here. That's the gist of it. There's a lot of terms, and I will just tell you a lot of the definitions that describe these various things, and 1 or 2 of those things that I had to be educated on what exactly those were. But these are all definitions and terms that have passed numerous appeal courts, and we feel comfortable with the draft that we have. But there again, today is an opportunity for y'all to look at it and give us feedback on that.
Good. Plan on bringing those forward to introduce in September.
Yep, based on the changes that I mentioned to this one, any others. And between now and then, if y'all see something that you just let